Victoria
What's
Monet
going
inside of
on?
the Roosevelt tape. I am super excited. Definitely love playing your music on my show. I don't know if you know about the show. It's called the Roosevelt tape. It's a specialty show every Sunday night here in Phoenix. Our motto is good friends recommend good music. And of course,
Yes.
your music falls in that category. I wanted to ask what's something that you're vibing to aside from your own music, of course, or you can put that up also.
I love Essence. Um,
Oh, Whiskey.
Essence, Whiskey. Yeah, Whiskey and
Yeah.
Time. Yeah, that's my jam right now.
Just the entire project is so fire. Somebody on
I
Twitter
haven't
said,
heard the rest.
"Oh, see, I was about to say that." Somebody on Twitter said, there's a bunch of other fire songs on that project besides Essence."
Stole the show. Essence stole the show. But I have to check that out then because I love that vibe. It makes me miss there's this LA event called Shaba that plays like a lot of underground and like Afro beats and everyone actually dances, which is really fun. So yeah, that song reminds me of that.
That's fire. I gotta say, congratulations. What's new this year is you're recently a new mamiana.
Yes, I'm a mommy. Um, it's been amazing slash the craziest thing, you know, on both ends of the spectrum. But she's such a good baby. My daughter's name is Hazel. Um, she's such a good baby.
I thought she was there with you. I was like, "Oh, we about to see Hazel."
You know what? My mom's watching her right now because she's very talkative.
I
She's
bet.
she's learning to use her voice and so she loves like screaming and being like nah, nah, nah. So I was like, maybe it's best that she's in the room for now.
I was gonna ask, how has it been for you balancing, your creative outlets and being a mom now? Like you've got a new thing you got to kind of work around, or a new
Yeah.
life to work around, or is it the other way around where you just have her adjust to whatever you're doing?
It's actually a little bit of both. When 6 weeks old, she was in the studio with me, and I was in there just trying to breastfeed and change diapers and write great songs. Like I think balance is the word. But now I try to be take. I used to be just running, working, and now I try to take Sundays off, like have a family day, a self-care day, because I really want that to be a part of her life, a routine, where she's like, we do fun things with her and I and the family stuff, She
Yeah.
can see mommy work and learn work ethic and discover if she loves music and if she wants to be a producer or an engineer, whatever. But also like time to go to the park and take walks or, show her things in the world. So
I love hearing stories like that, especially with women, industry wise or other, being able to
yeah.
incorporate your kid in your work schedule, like you saying that she's in the studio with you. This is life.
Yeah.
This is what you were born
Yeah.
into. Welcome
Yeah.
home.
I mean, I have to take advantage of the fact that my career isn't really most times is not restrictive of like I'm like not in a cubicle where I'm like no babies allowed or a library or something that you would be restricted to bring your little one. So I'm like I'm a lucky one, so let me just take advantage of it. I don't want to leave her at home. I have mommy.
We froze again. We're frozen, but I can't see you. We're hearing you.
Yeah, I know you were frozen too. I'm like, oh no, I wonder if she can hear me or
No. Well, speaking of your baby and another baby that recently just turned 1 year old, congratulations on the success of Jaguar. But before I get to Jaguar, I want to talk about the new single Coastin. I almost accidentally skipped over it because one of the things that really stood out to me from the first 3 seconds of hearing it, being that Groove Theory Tell Me is one of my favorite songs ever. I immediately heard those first few chords in the beginning and geek the fuck out.
yeah. 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 Yeah, definitely inspired by Tell Me for sure. Also, Mary Jane Girl,
Mhm.
Kenny Burke. There's a couple songs that use that same vibe, but Tell Me was my song too. Like it had such a good feeling and like, I wanted to do the best I could to kind of replicate that energy and like bring it to today because I know there's so much incredible like vibey music like just
Mhm.
in a certain zone. So I think this song, the bass line that the stereotypes did instantly kind of breaks that up,
Yes.
like a different energy. So I love, and it makes me feel like summertime, like
Yeah.
imagine we could go outside for real, you know?
Yeah, I was like, it gives you a taste of it enough to like, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Still definitely very much a Victoria Monet song. Very
Oh,
geeked out about that. You
thank
just had another baby turn 1 years old over the weekend. Jaguar, congratulations.
thank you so much.
Now you did this project, or actually you put out this project in the middle of lockdown.
Yeah.
What kind of thoughts were kind of going through your head during this time as everything was basically on hold? Were you kind of hesitant about putting it out?
Sure. Well, I went back and forth with my team. Like, is this a good move? Is this insensitive? Is this, like the time? Is it the right time? Especially knowing that we couldn't support it the way I would have, like with the tour and press, like all of the things that surround a project. Um, but I just decided, like music has always been so medicinal and so um, such a way to help people through things. Um, and so I was like, you know what? Why not? Like, let's put the music out. Maybe someone hearing it can feel better that day, or like kind of get out of the reality of what the world is going through right now, and escape into the music that me and my co-creators made. So I think it was a good decision, and people are still discovering it today. Like I get tweets all the time, like I just started listening. My bad, sis. I would never gave you the time of day, but I'm glad I did. Like all of those things really make me feel good because it didn't date me to like I didn't use anything too particular that would only be able to be played last year. So I feel like it gives like a timeless feeling so people can discover it whenever they do and still feel like it feels new. So I'm definitely glad that we decided to
Hey,
do
that's why the motto of the show is good friends recommend good music. It's not about, a time stamp on it. Even as I was preparing to talk to you today, I was revisiting it and I was like, oh, I just love Go There With You is just
That's your one?
that's my one. I feel like I go through different ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the track with what is it, Khalid and SG Lewis is fine. I think the whole project kind of just runs through beautifully,
Thank
but
you.
it's different times for Go There With You. Always, I always come back to
Go
it,
back that one.
especially in heated discussions in my relationship. I'm like, you know what? And that's what I feel like about just the project in general. There's maturity to it
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes to a woman and just knowing exactly what you want, even in difficult or challenging situations when it comes to two people. It's like, you know what? I'm not trying to go there with you. Like,
this
let's,
is growth. This is
yeah.
restraint. This is
Ugh.
love. Yes,
Yes.
yeah. Woosah,
I already went through all that. I ain't
Yeah,
trying to go through that again.
right. We learned. We went there and we're back.
Kind of teased, you not kind of, you teased with Jaguar Part 2 on the way.
Yes.
What can we expect as fans from a second project or follow-up project?
Well, we're still staying in the same world. We're still in the 70s era. We're still in the earth tones. We're still using live instrumentation. It's just an expansion of part one. I really feel like I needed to break the project up just to microdose. And for this reason, because as an independent artist, it's not like as soon as I put something out, it's to the world. So I think I needed that time for people to discover it and join the journey. And part two will be an extension of part one. We're not going to do the same things as far as subject matter, but it definitely feels like the same world. So more subject matter in part two for sure.
I saw Masego had hosted your Jaguar listening event for Apple Music, and I was wondering if Masego would have any part with Jaguar Part 2.
You know what? We do have music together. Maybe on my project, maybe on his. I can't say. I'm not allowed to say, but I'm a huge Masego fan. As soon as I heard his music, I was like, who is this? Like, who has me in a trance like this? Like, just running through playlists. As soon as his music comes on, you feel sexy. You feel
Yes.
like, I'm trying to wear some heels tonight. Like, just that womanly thing. And so
The saxophone.
Yes, absolutely. Just romance, you know? So I love that about his music. And even more than that, like being able to go in and create with him and see his process, just how he's working from scratch. He's very smart and very funny. So the sessions are great.
Definitely a fun person to follow on Instagram. You've worked with, now we know Masego,
Yeah.
uh, some other legendary or iconic producers in their own right, like S.G. Lewis, you have on the Jaguar project. We got Rodney Jerkins. Is there any highlights, I guess you would say, from working with some of these producers in the past?
I think I'm really learning all the time from them. Just about their musical choices, like how to choose instruments, making sure that it's not, you know, it's a marriage between the vocal and the music, just giving the artist space to do what they need to do, because sometimes people can overproduce, and he's like, I'm the star of the show and I want to show you all my cool sounds, I'm gonna put all of them in this one track. And so I think the greatest producers know how to pull back and pick the best five or so instruments that are important and make it, make a beautiful arrangement. And so another one of my favorites work is D Mile,
Mm.
working with D Mile, and he's having the year of his life right now. He's gone to win an Oscar, he's won Grammys, he's done a great job with Silk Sonic, and he's also executive producing Jaguar along with me. So that's been a really good collaboration. He's great.
I think what's really dope about yourself in particular, there's so much work that you have put in behind the scenes, not only for your own music, for other people's music. As a songwriter, you're very accomplished, while
Thank
still
you.
putting out your own projects. What are some of the benefits of that come up, kind of even like behind the scenes as you continue to learn? As some people would describe it as maybe like a slower come up, or others would, it's running a marathon.
Yeah.
um, One of the things for me, I was an unpaid intern for a long time, but I never saw that as a crutch. I saw that as a benefit because I was able to overwork anybody and come up still
Right.
winning, right? What would you say some of those benefits were for you?
I think I always like to look at it as the scenic route, because when you get somewhere too fast, you're there, and then what, So I feel like I'm taking my time with it. It's what I love to do, so there's really no rush for me to get to whatever someone would view as the top. It's just because I'm doing this because I love it and I live it, and so this is the top for me.
Love it.
Every step I take is also the top. So it's just I think mostly I think gratitude is a part of my mindset. Like every opportunity, every time someone plays something, like you should be thankful, because there's a lot of people that would want to be where you are now, and so I'm really just taking my time and enjoying this career path. I think also balancing songwriting and artistry, they each have opened different doors, because as a songwriter, maybe there's some doors that I have gotten into that opened people's eyes to my artist career. And then same thing, like maybe when people hear my music as an artist, they'll look me up and then they'll see, oh, she also wrote this song that I like. So they play well off of each other, and it's really cool. Like I'm just loving
Yeah.
it.
That's what I love on Tidal specifically. You can go up to like the artist credits and see even not just, I guess it's just any part that you would have had with the
Yeah,
song, whether it's producing or writing or
yeah,
any part of it. That's
yeah,
really dope.
yeah.
I love what you had to say because I was going to bring up a tweet that you put out about a couple days ago, just saying timing is everything. Time is everything. Time doesn't stop, which means my time is coming as long as my heart makes beats. Faith in God, active manifestation, and all your love is all I need.
Yes, yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's just a response to people always tweeting me like, you don't get the love you deserve, you're underrated. And I just wanted to put a gentle reminder that, like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and people discover me in their own ways. And I'm okay with the slow climb. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot, it requires a lot more patience and dedication because you just don't arrive. You're not shooting to the top and then, instant gratification. I feel like maybe our generation is used to that just because as soon as you post something, it's like, and you instantly know,
Mhm.
the love is reciprocated. But for some people's career paths, it's like we're just here because we love it, and wherever it takes us is where it goes, and we're exactly where we're supposed to be. Like you were saying, your intern position is just like you're gaining so much experience. It's like you can't. There's nothing tangible you can exchange for that. It's just like becomes a part of you and can't be taken away, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
That's how I feel about even, I guess, relationships in a sense. I'm in a very great and healthy relationship now. Thankful, super grateful. But I remember at first looking back and being super thankful about all the shitty ones. Like, wow, with all that crap that I went through, I wouldn't be able to, like, I want to say thank you to all my exes now. Like, thank you.
What? Right? Isn't
Thank you.
it true? I mean, it's just like we know this. We know that you need the darkness for the light. Like it's just the only way you would know the contrast is because you need bad and good. Like the contrast is what lets you know that good is. So definitely shout out to all the exes, training us up and letting us know what we don't want, and all the great partners that are showing us exactly what we do want.
I
You
love
know.
it. Well, Victoria, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. And I'm glad we got through, our internet difficulties here.
Yeah, you see the universe try to play a little bit, but it's okay.
Uh-uh.
I also have to say thank you so much for being the first person to play Coastin.
You
Yes,
knew about that?
yes, my manager just told me. I'm like, really? On Sunday at 9:21, I think she said.
I played it. Well, to be exact, I played it when it come out. It came out Friday. I played it. I have a new at 2 future, so I'm on air afternoons here in Phoenix, and then so I played it for my new at 2 feature, and then last night on my specialty show, Sunday
Yay.
night. That was it. And that's
Thank
what's
you.
super dope. I see about like what I get it, why I'm excited about Bruno and Anderson kind
Yeah.
of breaking through this top 40 mold with their music. I see it all flooding through with like Caliucci's, Giveon, and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh yes, this is
Yeah.
it's good music. There's no reason why it shouldn't be pushed to the forefront. So I get really excited for like if because if Silk Sonic does well, the
The,
floodgates are open.
I feel the same way, and sometimes it just takes someone super powerful to kick the door open, and so Silk Sonic's definitely doing that. Leave the Door Open was my jam. Still to this day, I used to actually put my daughter to sleep to it. It would be between that and My Girl because she loves My Girl by the Temptations. So those songs will put her to sleep. And
Yeah,
also shout out to you for wearing. I see that you're wearing the Jaguar print shirt today. Yes, come through.
even okay, so yeah, shout out to Silk Sonic, but then there's a part of me that gets angry with like radio programmers in that sense because I'm like, there's a listen on Sunday nights. There's a whole like slew of artists that are doing this already, but you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what?
It's okay. It's fine. It's
It's
fine.
okay. Like you said, it's a slow burn. We
Yeah.
don't let it happen.
Right, right, right. Yay.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I think you're amazing, truly amazing. So I
I
definitely look
love your
forward to.
energy, by the way.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing too.
Listen, the Roosevelt tape, that's my Sunday night baby. And any chance I get to talk to the brilliant artist behind the music that I get to play on the radio, it's a blessing.
Count you in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Well, thank you. Have a good rest of your day, my dear.
We'll talk again.
Yes, we will.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.